We're in the middle of God knows where, in the company of a man who thinks selling small boys on the internet is okay.
We need anyone who might have seen him, or anything, to come forward.
A violent and chilling end for two young Australian surfers caught in the crossfire.
Marcus Combian. Local law enforcement confirms he was shot and killed during the attack and was a close associate of one of the current leaders of the separatist movement, Ramsey Ganji.
Not empty threats, Ramsey. You should leave. Let's get to Clarence. We can decide what to do from there.
Something's not right.
What if he's not who they say he is?
What do they say I am?
You're a journalist, right?
If I could hassle somebody else, I would.
It's my fault. I set the serpent free in the garden.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna make things right. Yeah, Gary, I'm coming into Clarence. Buy yourself a ticket. Let's go find this kid.
They will keep searching, won't they? Because he's not good in the water. He's not a good swimmer.
We have applied for a visa to attend the conference in Canberra, but I was attacked and it was no longer safe to stay in West Papua.
They actually need to apply for political asylum, not just tourist visas.
What?
It's all right. It's all right. What is it?
There's an outstanding warrant here.
A warrant? For what?
Yeah, I'm just gonna need some help up here with some IMAs.
A warrant for what?
See, I knew they would do this.
He's the one that they're shooting at!
The police call. I know what's going on. Really? Maybe you can tell me, because I haven't got a clue. Your son is lost at sea. You think getting shit-faced is going to help in the rescue efforts?
Well, no, but I'm not altogether convinced it'll hinder them either. Just thought I'd wait here. Worry shared is a worry halved and all that.
There are going to be a lot of homilies.
Who can tell?
You, I'd have thought.
Well, I'll keep them down to a bare minimum. So, help myself to a glass then, shall I?
So cold.
Not much chance of lighting a fire. Best I can offer you in terms of warmth is a man hug.
I don't hug men I'm not related to.
No?
No, the only man I ever hug is Ned, and that's usually at his instigation.
Should get the water out. What about your father?
He was not a hugger.
There's a lot of teeth out there. You should rest here.
I don't understand why we can't just tell them you had nothing to do with Callum going missing.
That's a very simplistic view on a complicated problem. Why don't we get some rest? When we wake up, we can go look for Gary.
Seem to be making a habit of saving me.
Don't worry about it. I'll add it to your bill.
We put a hold on his visa application as soon as we heard there were links to the mine road attack, but he's claiming he's subject to renewed death threats. Now, we grant asylum to the leader of one of Indonesia's designated terrorist groups. They're going to pop an artery.
One man's terrorist.
There's another man's freedom fighter. I'm not sure that's a definition war we want to get into the middle of.
What happens if we send him back?
Well, you don't have to go there, given the current appetite for erring on the side of keeping Australia safe.
I'm not asking what happens to us, I'm asking what happens to him.
Well, if his claims are deemed to be true, he'll be sent to a refugee camp in Papua New Guinea.
How safe will he be there?
Oh, give me a second to rustle up my crystal ball.
Great, once you've done that, can you get me some proper intel on what kind of protections can be afforded to him if we do send him back?
Al, I gotta go deal with something. All right, we'll sort this out when I get back. You need a drink, mate. Just take it. It's safe. It's sealed, for God's sake.
Still no news in the case of missing Canberra teenager Callum McRae. A heartbreaking wait for his family continues as fears mount that he has fallen victim to an online rape.
That should be reclassified as a poison.
Where's my phone?
Hmm?
Shit. Is this bad? Is everyone cold?
No, it's okay. I called. There's no news, Ned. No news.
This is exactly what's not meant to happen.
Neddy. What if... Neddy. What, mate, just why don't you get off your own case? Yeah, watch out. It's hot. It's hot. Maybe you let go because you could. Just finding someone else around to give a toss. Because I do.
I read your letters. The ones you wrote to Mum. Why did you do that?
She asked me to. I'm happy to go. Just call me if you hear anything, all right? And have a think about that offer. Eh? Half proceeds from the sale of the house. It's yours and Jessie's. That is, if you think you can accept it from an arsehole like me.
So do you think she's the one, Arnie?
I think so. But she's also the only one, so I don't really have anything else to compare her with. That said, I'm fairly sure she's the most beautiful person on the earth.
Well, I'm afraid that spot's already taken by my wife. They fucking will ya. At least now we've got a chance of hitching a ride.
I'm just wondering, am I officially your captive?
We have to get all definitive about it at this point.
I just thought if we do get a lift, you might be worried I'd tell the driver you're holding me against my will.
That's a fair point. You are busting your nuts to get back to your girlfriend. But I think you're still invested in getting the boy back. In order to do that, you've got to stay on the train a few more stops. I do all the talking. You? I'm not a fucking pig.
Know the drill. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Ciao.
Come on, Gary, hang up the fucking phone. Brother or lover? Which one do you choose?
That's an impossible choice. They fulfill very different roles.
Well, life is full of impossible choices, Jesse. You got 30 seconds to call one of them. Which one will it be?
Hello.
Alila, it's me, Jesse.
Jesse. Thank God. Are you okay?
I'm okay, I'm fine. Have you heard from Hani?
Jesse. Oh my God, oh thank God. Jesse, can you hold on for a second? Just a second. Oh my God, oh thank God. Oh my baby, oh thank God. It's okay.
It's okay, Mama. Go inside. Jesse's on the phone.
Thank you. I can't. Thank you. She's fine. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jesse?
Hey.
Oh my God. You're okay. I just kept seeing you go under. I thought you would. I don't know what to do if something happened to you.
I think she's glad to hear from me. Hani, will you call Ned and tell him I'm alright?
Yeah, I will. Where are you? Are you still with Rob?
I am. He's right here. We are.
It's okay. He's okay. It's okay. He's fine.
Hello? Gary. I was beginning to think you bailed.
No, man.
Hire a car, will you? We're at the Mialo railway crossing. Come pick us up.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Thanks. where I grew up. I sold the farm after my family died, but kept the shed. Good to have a bolt hole in a tight space. So, Gary, anything new? Anything of note?
No, not that I can think of. I had a bit of a snarl up with some deliveries in Germany, but got it sorted.
What would I do without you, huh? So, really? Nothing new?
Nope.
Because, Jesse and I were doing a bit of housekeeping on the side, and, things are not exactly as I remember them.
Yeah, I did make a few changes to the way that the system admin runs, but nothing major.
What? Major is a relative concept. Why don't I get your laptop and we'll check it?
Yeah, what's he talking about with housekeeping? Hello? Talking to you? What have you been doing at the site? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Two getting along? Gary, why don't you, take a seat?
Nah, I'm right, thanks.
No, I'd really like you to sit.
Sure.
Jazz, would you mind walking us through it?
Can I? I'm much better when I can plan for things, and I'm not sure what's going to happen here. It feels like something bad is going to happen.
Something bad is already happening, Jesse. Something bad is happening to a kid who doesn't deserve it.
Hey, Jed.
I think I asked you to sit, Gary. A boy that should be at home with his parents, safe and sound. But he can't be because Gary here decided to use the basement of my website to open up a fun park for pedophiles. So yeah, you know, parts of this are going to be uncomfortable, Jesse. Not as uncomfortable as you're going to feel if something happens to that kid. So buck up. So, where were we? Housekeeping. Yeah. Here, Jesse, would you mind pulling up what we worked on, just so we can refresh Gary's memory if we have to?
Hey, listen, Jan, you've got every right to be upset, man.
Upset?
Every right.
Upset? I trusted you.
I know.
I brought you into my business, my family. I let you look after Tahila. What are you going to do with her? You going to sell her some scumbag for 30 pieces of silver?
No, of course not, man. Just let me explain.
Explain?
Jan, please.
Explain? I don't need your explanation to do this.
Hey, I'll make it up to you. I will.
Mate,
You think
this is about me? Yeah, well, you know, the fact that you set up your little business on my website, potentially exposing it, does piss me off a little. But exposing all those other people to danger, well, I don't think there's a word for how it makes me feel. Where's the boy? Where's the boy? Gary, where's the boy? Please! Where's the boy?
You know what you've done, you fucking idiot? He's the only one who knows where Callum is!
I'm sorry. I couldn't stop.
All your talk, all your righteous indignation. What did you think would end up on the site? You said anything goes. You put Gary at the wheel, so all this is on your head. Hi, could I get a ride into town?
Don't worry,
No idea where he was calling from.
I just spent the last 12 hours trying not to imagine him washed up on a beach. I was too relieved to think about anything else.
What do you think Roth's up to?
He's got some files he obviously stole. The two guys who got killed had been trying to decrypt them. That's why he grabbed Jesse to finish what they started.
No sense of what's inside the files. Well, it has to be more than pedophilia.
Things are pretty bad there. Everyone's on edge. It's like fight or flight 24/7.
Roth's watching the people he loves being shot down in the street.
Who is that?
I don't know.
You took your time. I don't know Roth that well. I only met him a couple of times. I'm there because of his brother-in-law,
That's Ramsey.
which is what leads me to be wearing your shirt right now.
Do you often break into the houses of people you barely know and steal their wardrobe?
I did not break in. Told your neighbour I was your cousin. She showed me where the key was.
Right, straight out lies and deceptions, much more palatable.
Ramsey's been involved in non-violent protests there for more than a decade. Big picture, they want a referendum for independence. Day to day, they want a say in what happens to their land, to live without threats and intimidation. That's why he wanted to come to the forum, to voice the concerns of the locals before the mine lease is signed. This is where the two Aussies were killed, the road to Helmston.
Mining what?
Gold, nickel, some copper.
Who owns it?
Multinational. Australian, US, British shareholders. Classic Western model. Lease the land for a pittance, exploit the bejesus out of the natural resources, pay the locals peanuts. Shock horror, they're a bit disgruntled. And every couple of months, tensions boil over. This is Marcus Combian. He was Ramsey's 2IC. They're saying he ambushed the car, shot the two Australians, and that one of them fired back and killed him. Which is bullshit. He was killed at point-blank range 12 hours later. I can get statements from 3 people who saw him after the attack happened. What I'm trying to find out is whether the Australian government know they're being sold a crock or not.
And this leads back to Ramsey Ganji and you being here in my shirt. How?
As their leader, Ramsey will carry the can for the murders. They'll say he incited the attack, and finally there'll be an excuse to jail him. He goes to jail. He's not coming out. Thought you might be in a position to help me put a speed bump on the road.
Okay, favourite designer? Eve Carencho. Why? Because she's the best. Because she takes no shit, no prisoners, and won't be pressured into being anything other than who she is. Very good. Over. So, Miss Baxter, I see from your application that you took a couple of years off. What have you been doing with yourself over that time?
Oh, you know, painkillers in the morning, daytime telly in the afternoon.
Oh, that's fine.
You're always telling me to just be myself.
Tell me about the other days. Tell me about the days volunteering in the gallery. Tell me what it's like to have real-life experience and how that makes you much more interesting than 90% of the cookie-cutter kids popping out of high school. Come on, tell me. Lise? Lise? Shit. Okay. Breathe. Breathe. In. Slowly in. Yeah, and out. Push it out. Slow it down. That's it. In.
You are a very bossy individual.
Just keep breathing.
I will tell them.
You are going to be great.
What kind of person is she?
Marina Baxter? Well, she's pretty new to the job. And she hasn't screwed it up yet. She got a leg up in the last 3 shuffle as a strategy to head off criticism of an all-male front bench. Her daughter was in the 05 Bali bombings. And they milked it like crazy. Turned her into a poster child for a whole raft of legislation they wouldn't have got through otherwise.
The photos need to be in her hands, right? We need to be able to prove that she saw them.
Yeah, I know. Why am I doing this?
What?
Painting an even larger target on my head so people from even further away can have a crack?
Because this is your party trick.
What?
You can see something's not right. Gets you off the couch. That's your trick. That's what you got.
There's Erin.
Pretty.
I think this will go a bit more smoothly if you wait in the car.
Of course you do.
I need a favour.
Shock me.
Marina Baxter is meeting a cultural delegation in the CBD today, and I need to get close enough to ask a few questions. I need a pass.
Announcement until all of the parties have had a chance to present their cases. There's no point making a preemptive move if there's going to be a challenge.
When do you see there being an announcement?
Minister, I wonder if you'd have a minute to have a look at these pictures.
Sorry, you're up?
Yeah, thanks. My brother and I have been caught up in your efforts to find Jan Roth. You might remember my name from a US extradition request. This is Marcus Combian, the man accused of killing Eric Bell and Christo Borst in West Papua, shot with a single bullet to the forehead.
Mr. Banks, if you have...
Now, I'm not a ballistics expert, but that wound comes from point-blank range, not from 50 metres away. The media are reporting that he was killed in the attack based on information coming out of your office, but he wasn't even there at the time.
How do you know that?
There are witnesses, people who saw him alive 5 or 6 hours after the attack.
The Minister is not making statements to the press today.
She's been sold a lie, an extrajudicial killing dressed up as an act of terror. She doesn't want to make a statement about that?
It's me. Can you find out who she is and get back to me?
You do find out who she is. I want a copy of those photographs to take to the security briefing meeting tonight.
No, absolutely not. 2 things. You need to think very carefully about heading in there half-cocked based on a press hijack we can't validate.
What if they're right, Will? I'm out there on the hustings selling this as an act of terror, and if there is any doubt, not to mention the fact that if word gets out that I saw those photographs which clearly show he was being used as a patsy and I didn't act, no, I have to at least ask the question.
Okay. All Right, fine. You can ask the question, but just not in there. And not until you know what you're actually dealing with. You do, they're going to eat you alive.
So what's the other thing?
Oh, the meeting's been moved.
To when?
In 6... No, actually, make that 5 minutes.
I have to take my daughter to an interview at 2.
Well, you better hope it's a short session.
Well, do you even know who these security forces in the pictures were?
No.
TNI, police, militia, Detachment 88. A different wing of the separatists.
I don't have all the answers, Neil.
Clearly.
But I'm on the news every night talking about this and we don't have all the facts. For God's sake. I'm writing letters to the parents of these 2 boys killed, telling them that justice is being served. And what's the alternative? An innocent man gunned down on the street and another in a detention centre. I can't ignore the accusation.
No one's suggesting you do, Marina, but the last time I looked, our priority in the region was supporting a fledgling democracy in its fight against radical terrorists. The shitstorm we're looking at if Indonesia fails to pull that off. But you want to go in there and suggest we reset the agenda? Be my guest. Let's take a 5-minute break before we go in.
Sweetheart, this is going to upset you, but a meeting got moved. So I've ordered a cab to come and pick you up and I'll be there as soon as I can. Sweetheart, can you pick up? Just so I know you've got the message. The cab will be there soon. Just remember to breathe. You know. Okay, bye. Lisa's university interview. I was meant to be taking her. Ouch. The odds for me winning the worst Mother of the Year award just went through the roof. I could, mention Mr. Neil. He will take my firstborn, but I could look into the pictures. See what the level of credibility is. Where do they come from? Ned Banks. Ned Banks.
Ned Banks? They found him.
You wear a hole in that floor. No charge for waiting inside.
I told them we'd meet them out here. Oh, but you'd already know that because you've been monitoring my devices. You must be loving this. Little boy lost, swallowed alive by the boogeymen of the darknet. Thank God things like this happen from time to time so you can scare the shit out of everyone. Now hand over your right to privacy and we'll only use it against the bad guys.
Goodness. It just occurred to me that Jess's condition could be genetic. Have we met before? You look very familiar. You'll come to me.
There he is.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
You okay? Enough with the disappearing off the face of the earth acts, all right? So how do you usually work this?
Well, Jesse's going to help us with a few more things. There's still a chance we can find Callum.
I need to finish it, Ned.
Why aren't you just raiding Gary's place?
If we knew where his place was, we would, but he wasn't silly enough to put anything in his name.
From this point forward, Ross had no knowledge of anything. From here, it's all Gary. These messages, they're new. Oh, no. No. Well, that's it. That's over. Gary's dead, and the only person who knows where Callum is on his way to get him.
Any reason someone would send you a private message here? You've got mail.
From who?
Someone smart enough to use a guerrilla mail service. No IP trace.
Dale Anderson.
E.B. Love is Dale Anderson. That message, it's from Ross. He's telling us to find Dale Anderson.
I wouldn't mount your white horse just yet. That's assuming it's actually the guy's real name.
We'll run the dragnet on it. We've got warrants to go all the way.
Broke down one day. He was complaining about his mechanic that he put the wrong petrol in the van.
Who? Dale.
He was complaining to Gary about it. How hard can it be? It's not rocket science, there's a label, for Christ's sake. Yeah, but that would require the mechanic being able to read. Drives a diesel van. He drives a diesel van. You need to find the Dale Anderson who drives a diesel van.
Two Australian matches.
Where?
One in South Australia, one in Sydney.
Okay, let's go with him. Bring up his bank records.
He's been in Singapore.
Lands in Canberra at 5:15.
Lands in 45 minutes.
Thank you.
It's all his work.
Thanks.
My pleasure. But it'd be less than truthful if I didn't tell you I was getting myself out of trouble at the same time.
Listen, I'm going to get Rowan to come and pick you guys up, and as soon as we get an address, we'll get you as close as we can, okay? We'll deal with your extradition warrants first thing in the morning.
You did good, Jesse.
Really, I'm so proud of you.
I feel strangely pleased to have managed that.
Good.
You said that.
Yeah.
Jesse, Lara wants to see you.
Oh.
Ned? Hello, honey.
Bring Nolan's feet into the centre.
Officer Collins has identified the target from the manifest. She's escorting him out the main doors. They're moving toward the taxi now. Stand by, Williams.
Hey, mate. Where to, mate? This way.
Got an address? For the GPS.
586 Lenton Avenue.
Verify it's not his address.
Unit 5, 86 London Avenue. Confirmed.
Go, 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 go!
Get out of the car! Get on the ground! Now! Get out of the car! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
586 Lenton Avenue.
Lounge room clear! Bedroom 1 clear!
I'm sorry you have to wait here. I'm sorry. You just have to wait here for a second.
Hi. Come on in.
Looks tremendous.
Welcome back.
Come in. Jesse Banks, you rock.
Yes, Jesse. Rock. You.
So, Jesse,
To Jesse. I swear, once you're inside, you could be on Mars. It's good to be the most resource-rich country on Earth, eh?
I'm just struggling to get my head around how they let you take a job there, given your track record of shit stirring.
Well, that fire and brimstone you have in your 20s, when it feels good just to be angry. Well, you know, we all grow up and realise the world is a more complex place.
And they bought that?
Clearly. And then there's the fact that I gave them my married name. The one dividend from never getting around to updating the paperwork. Oh dear, you're in the doghouse?
No, really. Please read my messages.
Sorry, been hanging out with journalists too long.
Well, you've looked at it now, so what'd she say?
Thought yesterday's favour might have at least earned me an invitation for dinner. There was an early one from your dad wanting to see you too. Want some space? I can get out of your hair.
No. No need.
I wanted to say that if I've ever been one of those people, even for 1 second, who've underestimated you, I'm so sorry for that. If the ground between us is uneven, it's uneven in my favour, not yours. Oh, babe.
It was so horrible.
Don't go back there. Don't go back there. Stay right here. Stay right here with me.
Immigration! You're required to come with us.
What are your grounds?
We need to talk to you about your visa.
What visa?
What?
Hey!
Wait!
Hey!
That's him! What? Bring his personal papers and his documents.
What? Martin, what's going on?
Bobo's visa has been cancelled. I'm gonna follow them in the car.
Where?
To the detention center.
Hey.
What? No, I don't know about Nassim. This is an extradition order for both of us. You have to come over here, Jess. I don't understand what's happening. I thought we had a deal.
No. By the time I got back to the office, some calls had been made. But there's a sense that the task was to deliver Roth's hard drive, or at least get access to it, and Jesse didn't do that.
This is fucking Lara, isn't it? It was never about Callum.
Call your lawyer. Get him to prepare a bail application. You'll have 30 days to fight it. I'm sorry, Ned.
I can't see any other way.
If you can crack Roth's file, well, at least we'd know what we were dealing with.
How does it help Honey's dad?
Someone lost something that they clearly want back. If I was in a position to return it, then I've got something to trade.
So you want to go back to Papua?
No, I don't. I do not want to go back there ever again. I don't want to go back there, even in my mind, but we've got nothing to fight with.
Do you have any idea of the trouble I get into if I get caught smuggling 2 fugitives back into the country?
Yeah, I have some idea. That's your party trick, though, isn't it?
I usually hitch a ride back with one of the mine pilots. Let me make a few calls.
Jan Roth used to work for Offensive Cyber Ops.
They're one of the hardest core intelligence units working for the American government.
Why are you still awake, little squirrel?
Scared.
Scared? Hanneman the Monkey King? Why would you be scared? When you're best friends with the most handsome prince that ever walked the earth.
Not that handsome.
Best friends. It's Prince Rama, the most handsome prince that ever walked the earth. And together, they went to rescue beautiful and the wise
Princess Sita.
who has been taken by the Demon King, Ravana. It was a long, long, fierce battle. The enemy so powerful that they could regrow their limbs as fast as Prince Rama could cut them off.
Ned? Jesse?
Till the very end, it was a battle to the death.
I'm gambling, Hani Parandi, girlfriend of exactly 15 weeks, that you'll know me well enough to find your way to this message. I'm gonna get the files they want and trade them for your dad.
And Prince Rama and Princess Sita were reunited. And their loyal friend, Hanuman, flies on ahead to ask the villagers to light the paths with lamps so the couple can find their way home. I just need to determine whether I'm being sold a lot of bullshit here. And the fact that you can't look me in the eye, it's making me uneasy.
If Roth gets him to do what he wants, there's nothing we can do to help him.
The only reason Ramsey's there is because we sent him back. I want them to see what happens when they tick the right boxes.
Trouble!
The second we are silenced because we are scared of making more trouble, in that moment they've won.